welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack, and I am Jack Talcott. I am filled with inspirations and love once again. So sincerely, to those of you who've already popped in, shared your love, your support, truly, your support is appreciated so much. Sincerely, this life adventure we're sharing today, this life adventure we're sharing together, period, it can drive you nuts, man. It can literally drive you insane. But we're a part of something pretty amazing, pretty spectacular. And I'm excited for what may come forth in today's stream. In the back of my mind, I've got some connections that I won't go into detail, but dealing with the date and the way that I've heard things may be aligned. It could be a day of miracles, and that is kind of my point. That's what I hope to share, the miracle of love. So this today, it's a beautiful, from me too, reminder for me. My past mistakes earlier in the week do not define what I can accomplish today. I will have a great day. And I stumbled earlier in the week. I tried a couple of new things and I wasn't real happy with my results, but my past mistakes were opportunities to learn and grow, just like yours. That's what's amazing about this life. Each day brings new opportunities to grow, refine, develop the character, who we are, how we share ourselves in the world. Every day is an opportunity. So today the goal is, I want to share some ideas on how to set yourself free from past limitations, unhealthy patterns, how to allow yourself to change, maybe even repent from old ways that aren't healthy. I had to do a bunch of that. I didn't have to. I chose to. I was allowed to. See, that's the wonderful thing about life. We all get to stumble. We all get to make mistakes. We all get to remember. We all get to forget. And these minds we've been given to us, this life that we share together, things are not always as they seem. So what I hope to achieve, help others realize how to break free of old patterns. The first thing for us to do is to recognize, humble ourselves to the life we're living, where we're at, how we are, and then we accept the facts. Simple as that. Acceptance is the only path through the patterns of denial. And it's when we deny things that we've learned about the past or deny what is true, that's when we develop unhealthy patterns of thought. It leads to a corruption and damage to our inner character, and we feel that weight on our heart. So what I hope to do today through words, I've prayed for words. I prayed for the right words to reach the right people so that connections may be realized for others. Because my hope is to live in a world of freedom very, very soon. See, a world of freedom is already here. When we claim our freedom, we are. See, life is more simple than we first may have thought. The path, though, life can also be very confusing. I admit that, right? I'm pretty open and honest about my mistakes and the life I've been living because I have faith that the life I'm living is for a greater purpose than just me. See, the live without fear thing, I take it pretty seriously. And I take myself pretty seriously. I take life pretty seriously these days, but I see life as evidence of God. Right before the stream, well, earlier today, the Talcottian adventure, for those who didn't see, I had fun with Paul Unslaved over on Proper Instruction Motivates People. I've learned a lot from him, through him, and about myself with him. So why did I bring him up? I was talking about earlier in my day, and I wanted to share support for what he's doing. It'll come back. Oh, after the stream, duh, I was following a timeline. After the stream, I went out and sat in the sun. Just short, brief prayer, meditation. I allowed myself just a few moments to pause, reflect, and seek. My prayer is, first with gratitude and thanks. My prayer is that the right words may flow today, because I've been inspired with some different ideas, and I know I've been improving on myself. We've got our first guest in the back, and give me just a pause, because I think I want to get through just a couple minutes more, and I trust your patience. So thank you. Thank you for joining. The idea and the question I asked, what can we do now? I encourage you, whoever you are, ask yourself this. What can I do now? Ask yourself that often in your heart. And in your heart, you can change the question, what does my heart want me to do now? Where is love leading me? But it comes down to, what are my options? What is available? What can we do now that we are here today, wherever we are, in our own unique way? What can we do now, today? For today starts the rest of our lives, separately and together. There's no escaping. We are on this one timeline of the present, living on Earth as human beings, different genders, different colors, different languages, but we're all pretty much the same. We're people all around the world, brothers and sisters, children of God, sharing together this experience of human life at this time of history. It feels good to be able to breathe easy and with peace today. For in the back of my mind, I know there's many, many others who are not as blessed as we are right now. What can we do now? When I asked earlier in the day, and here, I'll share this part too. I mentioned yesterday was my best friend's birthday. And I prayed and I pursued ideas to try and share birthday wishes with the prayer that God may allow my life to change yesterday, that my friend could get his friend back to celebrate. But it didn't happen. So this morning I had to accept that my hopes were not, and I'm here where I am, as I am. So my question and prayer was, God, what do I do now? What do you want me to do today? What can I do today? You know what the answer I got? Be you. I'm like, damn it. That's what I always get. I always get the truth as the answer. What can I do but be me? And so back to the intermission between when I was online and I was outside, pausing to reflect, to consider, what do I want to share? The path, the goal that I've found myself living, which I didn't know. I didn't know I could live with this level of peace in my heart. It comes down to trust. Have faith. If you can have faith in anything, have faith in this moment and have faith that every moment will change. Each moment will bring something new. So if you can have faith in you in this moment, half of the battle's done. Because then if you grow comfortable and filled with peace here in the present, which is how we're supposed to live, there's no other way I want to live than what I'm offering to you. Okay? You can live however you want, but I'm pretty sure this is the way because I took the words of Jesus to be true. I took his words as my own. And I know it's blasphemous. So many rules, you can't compare yourself to Jesus. That's against the rules. You must deny perfection. You must accept you're a sinner forever. No chance of reform. Yet that's missing the mark. It's missing the point. The entire words of his were sin no more. Let's do that. Alone and apart, together. It's easier together to sin no more when we're honest and caring with each other. So, what I realized today is this is my practice. I've learned to fill myself with, I allow myself to dissolve from the world into the present moment of wherever I am at. And then I pay attention. And the words that came up when out in the sun earlier, right before the stream, was have faith that your way will be revealed. It's revealing itself. You just have to pay attention to the signs and trust that love is the way you want to live. And then the burden is off of you. You're free. Here, you've been patient, and please, welcome. Thank you for joining. High quality. How you doing today, man?
What's going on, Jack? I've uh, I've noticed that there's a disturbance in the force today.
How so? Which way?
Did you know that today is 666?
That was the thought in the back of my head. What a glorious story it could be as an interpretation from the Bible. I can present the case, and I may be wrong, but I believe the Antichrist has already risen. And 666, the number of the beast, could be said to be the carbon-based life form of who we are. And so today could be a day to reveal who the beast is. The beast of humanity is the selfish human that must be overcome. The day of judgment is coming soon, and the day of judgment will mean that the truth is no longer denied. And we can only deny ourselves faith. We can only deny ourselves trust. We can only deny ourselves peace. We can only deny ourselves the good things. Because everything good has already been given. Everything we need for life and for our lives to succeed, everything is available. It's a matter of accepting who you are, where you are, for what you are. Truly, not the lies, not the pretend character, the name or the social security number or the title or the diagnosis or the problem. We're spirits of life. We are spirits from God. And here, this is, I don't know this to be true, but I trust the signs point to it, that a relationship with God is important for each of us. So each of us can only choose or deny or imagine or whatever. We can think we're not with God, but we're wrong. For our God is within everything we can know and beyond. It's as simple as that. The only time we get to experience is this present moment, and it's always the present moment. But the worldly ways of economics and governments, it's convinced everyone to live in the past, planning for the future, finding excuses and limitations in every idea. It's a pattern of ego that we can all overcome, and it's really, really simple. But the truth is always simple, yet it's not always obvious. Or maybe it's always obvious, but it's not always simple. I encourage, pray to God, the Father in heaven, to reveal to you the answers you seek for you for today. And be grateful for the moments of today from now on. That's the way that Jesus was living. You know, people like to focus on his death and what he said, but I imagine he was a pretty joyful guy, really fun to be around, probably real inspiring, encouraging. We can all be that way with each other if we allow ourselves to be at peace. Peace is the way. I truly believe, well, God, every truth is untrue, every untruth can be true. The key is to figure out when and what is the difference. Because where my mind was going, I mean, obviously, God creates the good and the evil. God creates the light and the dark. God creates every moment in time. Time is revealed through us, with us, for us. There's no control of time from us, yet we can. The best way to escape time, it sounds illogical, right? But we live in a world of illusions and deceptions, and it's a beautiful game of intelligence that our Creator has created for us to discover and know. So it may seem illogical, but to escape the world, become one with the present and stay present. That's where your heart always is, in your body. Your body is in the present moment. It's the mind. And you can only find confusion in your own mind. You can only find fear in your own mind. You can only find excuses or solutions. It's all within you. And if all of us, you and me, if we all humble ourselves to the truth, this life is pretty special. And maybe in the past we wasted some of it. Maybe we didn't. Maybe there's some missed opportunities. You know, what was that note? Missed opportunities. Those things we carry in our memories of missed opportunities or imagined realities of the way things could be different. Those missed opportunities, they may haunt and punish us until we find resolve, resolution, reconciliation. Excuse me. We don't want conflicts within us. We don't want regrets. We don't want shame. This is where faith truly comes in. If you can trust that there's higher forces, greater forces involved with everything that happens, which there is, there's no denying it. The challenge. The challenge I faced a lot in myself was accepting God's perfection, God's standards for what was shown to me in the world. I found a lot of judgment. The world shouldn't be like that. They shouldn't do that. They can't do that. Well, what good does that do? When we judge and blame each other, every accusation is a self accusation. In the end, there is only one self that is happening right here and now. We're all reflections of each other, sharing time with different memories, different backgrounds, different experiences, different levels of education. We're all unique. The world we live in has profited from trauma and confusion. Okay? Those two go hand in hand. Those who suffer from trauma carry around these emotional wounds, and the mysteries of our minds are still becoming discovered. Okay? Please trust in that. The words of Jesus in his perfect example are there for us to know. Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do. Even if we do know better, you know, we can offer forth the truth. We can offer forth our life experience, our testimony. We can try and help others grow and stop what they're doing. But in the end, every single one of us is here with our own unique purpose, our own unique place, and our own unique relationship with God and the higher powers. I encourage you, grow in your own relationship with what you know, what you think, what you feel. Feel comfortable with your relationship with God. You can only know anything in the present moment. So stay present on how you feel. Stay aware of your feelings and your thoughts at each moment throughout the day. And if you keep your thoughts and your feelings pure and authentic, your thoughts and your feelings will reveal you and your path, your purpose. You'll get the ideas. But if you don't pay attention or if you don't separate yourself from your thoughts and your feelings, you'll think your feelings and your thoughts are you. The key is detachment. The key is training yourself, giving yourself permission to let things go. It's what it comes down to. If you want to take control of your life, which I encourage you to do, many people think they have, but they've got a lot of unhealthy codependent relationships, lots of arguing and lots of chaos. What I encourage you to do, to find your freedom, to declare your freedom here on earth as a child of God, become one. become like the Son of God. Become the goal I have for myself is perfection. Perfection of word. I'm continuing to grow and try and improve my ability to communicate without the emotion and the rage and the judgment behind me. Because I know that when we can communicate with each other from a place of peace and with love, we understand each other. And when we can understand each other, then we share compassion. We can feel each other's situation and life. And best part of compassion is taking action, right? Working to resolve the problems of the self inside or the self with others. Because every one of us is carrying around baggage from past generations, from early childhood. People carry around stuff in their minds and hearts that they don't even consciously remember. Every one of us is on a perfect path towards a greater future. And the greater future is not just for each one of us, but it's for the greatest future of mankind. I have faith in that because I know my purpose. And brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me again today. Please join me in my purpose. My purpose is, I started with me, and I'm inviting you to join me in this practice of leading myself out of sin and corruption with the constant reflection and how can I improve? What can I do better? How can I grow? What should I learn? What can I learn? What can we do now that we're here, wherever we are? As we purify ourselves, removing what corrupts us, it's not so much what we put in, it's what we allow. There's no separation from that. What corrupts us is our excuses and our blame. See, when we find excuses and we blame others for our failures, for our reactions, for our behavior, for our choices, we make excuses or we find blame in others, we corrupt ourselves from accepting responsibility. It's as simple as that. So I've taken the words of the Bible and the example of Jesus to mean that our God has a very forgiving nature that people have forgotten. And people will behave like the God they believe in. A lot of people, if they don't believe in a divine intelligence, they'll act quite stupidly. Donald Trump comes to mind right there. Praise God. God is so good. God is so good. We were discussing some of this. I brought up Donald Trump on Paul's stream earlier. And anyone who's tuning in, I never know who may. If you know someone who knows someone, help. Please join this adventure. Let's see what we can accomplish together. I actually think, well, Donald Trump he's facing his own life journey and attacks and defense and all of this stuff. I imagine he's being tested. And I'd like to invite someone like him and others like him to join me. See, I learned that we can change our ways, and when we do, I trust. Well, I don't know what the future will bring, and my life certainly hasn't rewarded me in the physical realm yet. And yet it has. There's no denying that. So, hey, yes, what corrupts ourselves is ourselves, our denial. When we make excuses and blame, we deny responsibility. Please don't misunderstand me, Rebecca Joe. I'd like to introduce myself to Donald Trump and invite him to join me and my efforts and the efforts of others like me who want to end wars. See, Donald Trump hasn't had the experience or education that I have. And so I think if encouraged, he could be an incredible hero for mankind. A lot of people have shown they've got faith in him, so I trust God's got a reason. But the irony is, I saw this years ago. Donald Trump and I are both alive right now, just as Jesus was 2,000 years ago. I have faith in that. Donald Trump and I are quite the same. See, when I was 17 and the way I was raised, I've shared how I used to be. Would have been a big Trump supporter back then, back in my confusion, patriotic days, believing we need a good war to help this economy. I'd have bought right into his nonsense. So, see, I understand Donald Trump. I can think like him. He's brilliant, dude. He is pretty smart, and yet he's been fooled. Praise God. See, and I have faith, even an ego like his can be surrendered to God, and that a man of, as well, actually, it might be pretty easy in his position, given all the charges, and he's facing all these losses and such. He's had a good ride with what he's had. So, what if he was encouraged to repent from his selfish ways, spend the rest of his life attempting to make the world a better place? Well, here, this is another. I've never met the Pope, I've never met the Dalai Lama or Donald Trump. I've all of these characters I'm just looking at from a distance. But I see that the Pope has been deceived or confused or in on the joke. And the Dalai Lama, I have seen his confusion as well. These people that have bought into the idea that the world has to have money. We have to have money. No, we don't. Jesus didn't worry about money. I use it. It's part of my life. My experience is different than that of Jesus. I realized that a long time ago. I'm not him. I'm here from as me. But I'm inviting all of you to please join me. Join me today and ask yourself, what can I do from today? How can I live more purely, more faithfully, more lovingly, more fearless? How can I grow in my faith and my peace so I may walk this earth and claim to know the Father? Claim to know love. Love is the answer. Love is the miracle we get to experience as we live. Love is that, it's that miraculous force that brings forth healing, because it's through love that the truth comes forth. Hey, we have another bright star and a man I like to call a friend.
Yep.
Welcome, Hank. Good to see you.
Yeah. So we don't have to have money. Just like I don't have to have links on my computer. Just things would be more difficult, in my opinion, if we just use, I don't know, some kind of government issued token or me using Windows. So we don't have to. We can use something else. It's just an inferior tool. That's just my opinion, though.
I get what you're saying. Hey, let me offer too. I want to offer and promote. I admittedly, I genuinely, I was excited to tune in for your debate, Hank, and I missed it, and I just realized I missed it today.
Well,
But
well, it doesn't matter because it kind of didn't happen because my opponent was unreasonable. So I found someone else to at least talk about the issue, but my opponent was unreasonable. We couldn't get that. He wouldn't refuse to use equipment that worked properly, so we can have it recorded. He insisted using his stage, but it was glitching out and the audio didn't go through. Even though normal Discord room, the audio worked just fine and StreamYard worked, but he just I think he was a stage monitor. He just seemed like he didn't want to lose any power. He didn't really want to debate. He just wanted to flex his power.
hey,
So I just refused to bother debating him.
hey, good for you. I started playing it, and I heard some of the audio issues, and I intended to go back to it. I dropped the link for those who are interested, and please share support for Hank. Um, we got a couple more guests here too. I want to bring these
Excellent.
up. Welcome, Goblin, and it looked like Noelle stepped away, but I saw she was there.
How's it going, Jack?
Dude, I am
Hey,
feeling
Goblin.
blessed.
Jack, I just wanted to come by and share something with you real quick because I want you to understand it, and I think you already do understand it. As the world is changing and is being shaped, reformed, accountability is necessary. So you're going to see a lot of accountability being handed out because it's necessary. You know what I mean?
Yes and no. Yes, accountability is being handed out. It's being offered. However, the state of the world has been enabling denial. This is why the corruption is what it is, because we haven't confronted the people and held them accountable as individuals. Because every one of us is on an individual journey, but what we have in America is wage slavery. It was prophesied. It's time. Praise God. God will reveal the time, but I have faith the time is coming soon where we will together. This is, please join me. This is my goal. Let's confront the beasts of rule, the structures that mankind has created for governments, all the different states. And we can start in America, but America has been bullying other nations. We've got some work to do. America as the state organization, the corporation, whatever you want to call it, has a perfect opportunity to bring forth change. I say we capture our government. And it might be easier than we think. All we got to do is try, right? God controls the results.
God is in full control right now.
Every day, through God's control, men and women around the world are receiving ideas, opportunities to do different things, opportunities to bring forth more goodness. And then, right behind them are the patterns of excuses. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. Well, the day of judgment is coming, and we will soon discover what people could and could not say and do. There's some evil in this world, brothers and sisters, being chosen. We don't have to choose that.
Jack, I am so happy that you shared that last part. It's by choice, and that has to change. It has to.
Agreed. Now, this is where the paradox for me is. I honestly don't know how much power an individual does have to choose. Because the fact that people have refused me and disrespected me for so long makes me wonder. Speaking of, your visit may be brief. If you can cooperate, you're welcome
Oh,
here.
no. I gotta go anyways. We didn't know you were live. We're gonna go restart the strike team crew chat. You told me to stop by, so I did. So here I am, and now I'll go. And Hank, the gay jab witch, right here. We got an interview with Margo, so I hope you come join that interview, Jack, when she comes.
Oh, what time is it? When is it?
Don't worry
time
about
and
it.
time
You're
zone,
gay,
please.
jabbed, and I could care less about you, Hank. So don't worry.
Time and time zone. I want to watch that interview.
Jack, I would love for Jack to come join us. If
I don't know the time or time zone, Snafu.
Can you shut off? Like, really?
Thank you,
Who the
Noelle.
fuck
When
this
is
Noelle
it,
bitch?
Officer Snaps? We can tune in.
Who's this Noelle bitch? She looks like a loser.
Well, I don't, if anyone cares, I'm curious, but Snafu can't even answer a simple question. You see how detached he is from reality?
Yes, I could see that. He says he has an interview. He's trying to promote it, but he won't tell us the time and time zone. Maybe he doesn't know it yet, but we can't tune in till we know where it is and when it is.
I'm actually curious. I mean, I don't know that I'll tune in, but the fact that he wants to interview Margo, and I'm assuming it may have some relation to me. Margo likes to talk about me. She just doesn't allow herself to communicate with me.
Jack, you can use that. You can use that as an exercise or simply entertainment. You could look at it any way you want to, bro. You know that.
I do know that.
Excuse me, I miss Margo.
You miss Margo? She was very kind with you. She was, wasn't she? And I was grateful to see that. See, and this is what I realized. Margo has a great heart. She just keeps me out of her heart and keeps me in her mind. Just like Snafu. He doesn't care. He just wants to be right. Wants some attention. Well, the attention he's seeking is for himself, from himself, with himself. But he doesn't see what he's doing. He's confused. And I feel so bad for Snafu. He's had a tough life. I can understand him.
He has had a tough life. I agree with that, man.
He's still, dude, he's battling stuff that I'm not dealing with. And, you know, he comes on strong. He finds strength every day. I can admire the good. Did I freeze?
No, you're still here. The goal is to, well, I can't say necessarily the goal, but I can share this perspective. It's okay to admire the good, but definitely don't reward the negative influence.
Jack.
You know what I mean?
Jack.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Who is that boy who's calling me? Who is that boy who was in here?
Oh, that's Officer Snaps.
Snafu is what he goes by.
He's really bad, or you don't like him?
He's just an agent of chaos. He doesn't
lesser agent of chaos.
He's
so
a what?
He's the lesser agent of chaos. He's subservient to me, so I can just push him around.
Why you just go to him like that?
Yeah. So since I have greater chaos, I have more control over the room than he does.
Yeah.
Jack, I'm getting out of here, man. You're doing your thing. I got a couple people I need to talk to. I just wanted to come share that with you, man, because accountability is coming for everyone and everything. I just want to share that. You know what I mean?
Big Goblin. we have opportunities. Feel free to reach out to me. Let's see what we can do to help this happen.
Absolutely,
I believe.
brother. Have a good day. I'll be tuned in.
All right. Blessings. Thank you, Goblin. And we will swap him out, I think. Welcome, Flo. How you doing today, brother?
Meh, fine. Got no complaints. I mean, except, well, let me not. I'm good.
Oh, the chick.
I chose
know.
today. I chose peace.
Okay,
Good for
give peace a
you.
chance. Yes.
I love it. Thank you. That's actually kind of the underlying topic is letting things go. And at
Hi,
least for a
Flo.
little bit.
Hi, Noelle.
Where is a Chrissy? I'm sorry.
Where is Crispy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Talking about Crunchy?
No.
Flo, Flo, why have you not let me on the show? I'm sorry.
Because you are
you don't
annoying
need
as shit.
cases.
You come up because you like Crispy and Margo, and you want to
No.
derail everything so that you can talk to Crispy or
No.
Margo. Don't come back to my
Noelle,
channel.
you are a beautiful, beautiful butterfly that does not need to be tainted by that barstool fucking
that
trailer
true,
park
Jack?
over there at the Flow
Is
State
that
camp.
true, Jack, or no?
That's true. Listen to Illumitami.
What if
Mhm.
they're both right? Because they can both be true.
Oh, it's flat and a globe, isn't it? Isn't it? I knew it.
It's
As
locally
long as we
flat,
come to the
but
same
globally a globe.
conclusion, which I think
Globally
we
a
were,
globe.
the same action plan, which is don't come over. I think we both agree
Stay
with
away.
that. Then we're good.
You can spend
Alright.
$5. He'll let you up.
Here,
That
this
is true.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That's true.
I'd probably do the same thing. I'd bring anybody up for $5 myself.
Here, this is actually in line with something I was thinking about earlier. The key to
I'd bring
finding
that up for $5.
the key to finding peace is to know. And so when we're seeing problems, remind yourself that there's a good in that. And when you see only good, if you see only good in something, don't deceive yourself. Look for the bad.
Good, your house is on fire.
So,
Great.
Jack, do you think I'm a little bit of an annoying texting you or no?
Well, you're a female.
No, but you do have a pattern of interrupting people on the panels.
Female? Yeah.
No, the message.
I don't care about the diagnosis. She's lacking a penis, isn't she? Well, I mean, maybe not if Hank's visiting, if you know what I mean.
I haven't verified.
I don't know what.
Oh,
you're
you
Go ahead
take
and
it,
do
you
that now,
play it where it
Hank.
lies. Let me just go ahead and get to the thing.
What is they saying about me?
Well, we say it right up here to your face, so that's you can
Yes,
take
we're
comfort in
telling
that.
you.
I can be annoying sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I
and
don't know
that's
if you
what's
heard
gonna make
why,
it worse.
but it's the why
Yeah,
was an important part.
climatizing her. We're climatizing her to acknowledging it, and that's not going to help her be less annoying.
Yeah, I'm not trying to fix her. I just think if she's asking the question, she might want the feedback, and it seems like she didn't hear the feedback.
And usually it's her camera that's getting the feedback into the panel.
Tommy, pause for a moment, please.
You know he doesn't do that.
Well, he can. Damn it. There was something.
Damn it, now he's going to do it just to
Be
spite
done,
me.
Pod? No, I did a freeze. I was doing a breakdance freeze, but I don't have my camera on. But I had a gem that I didn't want to just use as text in the chat. I had a question for the viewers in the panel. What are Dominic and Nude Guru going to do when they run out of fortune cookies to chat in every panel every time that somebody says a word? And they say, what if CAT really spelled dog?
Oh,
and then we're like,
that's
ooh,
simple.
they're
They
deep.
go back to start at the top of the list. They just run through the list of fortune cookie statements again.
Yeah, you know they're the type that has like a cork board with just all those fortunes pinned to it. I can't stand it.
How about this? What came to mind there is wisdom is endless. So
it doesn't come from cookies.
No, it's not coming from cookies. It's just wisdom. The truth. It's comes in so many different perspectives. It's
Did you ever
beautiful.
figure out the thing, flow state? Is wisdom the verbing of knowledge, or is knowledge the verbing of wisdom?
Say that again.
Now, I can't remember if is wisdom when you go do knowledge, or is knowledge when you go do wisdom. It's one of those.
I think
things.
wisdom is applied knowledge.
Okay, I think
right.
it's that.
That's my conclusion as well.
Oh yes, that's your
My
conclusion.
conclusion too.
Well, these are great questions to ask. What is knowledge? What is wisdom? What
Is
is
this my
truth?
child? I don't think so.
What is the truth?
A feeling, right, Hank? It's just a feeling.
Well,
Yes, truth is just a feeling. Do you feel
Truth-
it,
Now-
Tommy?
You had
You-
two
you
things
feel the
that you've
truth?
been saying. You've been saying two things, and that was one of them, and I can't remember the other one. And I thought one day maybe you do mean a thing I can agree with, but you just keep wording it that way. Like, do you get a feeling when you know something is true, and maybe you don't mean that feeling is what validates the truth? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I mean,
Okay,
feelings
you're
of validate the
retarded.
truth.
Paul was right. You were talking.
Here,
You were talking.
I paid attention to this. I've been aware. I've been questioning in meditation, and there will be
Right.
a movement. It's not necessarily in the body, but in the especially in the mind. I can feel the movement, and then you got to really bring the feeling into relevance of the situation. But once you find the words of that, there's the new idea.
Oh, I'm feeling it right now. I've found the words. Jack, shut the fuck up. That was retarded. You can't feel anything in your mind. That's why
Yes.
Hannibal could remove Ray Liotta's skull and feed him portions of his brain because you can't feel anything in your brain.
Untrue. Tell you what, bring your awareness into the center point of your mind, and find in your imagination a
Center
center
of the
point.
pentagram.
Find a center point between your ears and between the front and back of your head in an imagined space, a conceptual space. If you bring your mind into your body, whether it's in your head, in your toes, in your ass,
Dick.
you will feel it.
You want to test it
Oh
right
no,
now,
my
Tommy?
mind's not in my dick. That's where my heart is.
You want to test it right now, Tommy? Let me.
No, I'm never testing a Talcottian theory. I'm already worried about if I go crash on that couch and beat him with my study edition KJV for a couple weeks. Beat him in the head with it till he learns by osmosis. I mean, if it works.
Actually, what works best is stillness.
Or maybe reading it. Oh, praise God. Praise God. I had to go on a trek today to go handle business. I ran into that dude, the homeless dude from the night where I said I'd come back and let you catch a shower and a meal and stuff. I fell asleep on the couch. I ran into him today. I was so relieved. And he didn't think nothing of it. He forgot all about it. And I was like, well, you can come catch a shower if I stay awake tonight.
Excuse me, Jack.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I'm allowed to be not annoying on this channel?
Well, you just did it when you asked. So the question is, can you ever not? It's like it's become part of your battle stress. It's melded your personality.
Noelle, you're welcome to be here as long as we're both having fun.
Flo's channel. I will not come on his channel.
Flo,
No,
do a clip of Noelle and then cut to the black guy in the central computer thing going, oh my God, that's Jason Bourne. Boom, 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 boom.
And
know
what
that.
about your channel, the other guy? Can I be on your channel with the...
I think I was considering possibly doing a makeup night tonight for I dropped off on the FIFO last night.
What's your YouTube link? Can you send it to me?
And speaking of this band of autists we're developing around here, how have I avoided Looney Tunes Brian showing up to a FIFO yet? You'd think the unslaved and the Brandons and those types would just be chomping at the bit for the FIFO night. Oh, Brown's Boy. Brown's Boy is another one that I have in mind when I came up with a FIFO night.
Well, that's because you delete half of them.
Phone gazes.
Tommy, you delete half of them when every time you lose.
No, the people have spoken. I mean, there's still another day for them to up those yes votes. The people want them to leave them the fuck off. The FIFO nights, leave them the fuck off. So, what the plebs want, the plebs get in this case. The poll has spoken, and you guys are a bunch of pole loving, pole smoking, pole swinging, pole gazers.
Oh, thank you.
There's no one in this chat that needs to know. They've already unsubbed a number of times if they're in this chat.
Noelle was asking.
Oh, yeah.
I was asking.
You ignored her.
Go to Lumatami.
No, she'll just.
You know what? Hold on. Let me
follow
give credit to
the
Lumatami for something.
What's your new channel?
Lumatami was more sincerely supportive of who's that little weird kid?
Noelle turns Noelle.
Who's that little weird kid? Josh or Jacob or something?
Josh. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom was more legitimately and sincerely cool to him than anybody else.
Yeah, and I still got warned more than any channel. I said, we know how to handle the minors. You guys know about my past girlfriends. Like, we know how to handle the minors, and we know how to speak correctly when Josh is up, as opposed to people who deny accountability for hitting join them to the panel and then talk about they just gurgle semen. They just gurgle semen all day. Did you see my clip of that where Josh is like just getting the confused look as Paul just spurgs about men gurgling semen? It was horrible.
Hey, Noelle, I also have a channel. I put it in the back private chat and the public chat.
Yeah.
I really want Lumatani's.
It's a little forced, isn't it? Huh? You feel like it's a little forced?
Lumatani's, what's yours?
Mine's Sanko
at Illumatami.
Yeah.
And it'll pop up as
Matani.
Stacey 33. Trace.
I follow your channel. I do.
I figured as much. I know around 622 to 623 to back to 622 to back to 623. I know about that many people follow.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I don't watch it either.
Hey, it sounds like that's been taken care of. Welcome, Smith. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
It's the smell.
Truly feeling blessed, but I am asking the question of the topic. What can we do from here? What can we do now?
From day one, no one's I don't know if you're asking me, but I'm new to your panel here. When I first came on.
No, you stop right there. I'm not going to let that be heard. No, you're not new to any panel. Go on.
No, I mean, today.
Let him finish, please. Go ahead.
I said you would. I knew.
Like I've always said, the reason why people click on these panels is they find a need to connect with other human beings because we live in a digital age. And the thing we can do is band together and not just online. And so that's why I loved, you went to City Hall. Awesome. I'm not doing that. So I'm not knocking you. I just think that's a small step. And I think that's a great step. And I think there should be more things like that. People locally. No one's going to do anything on the internet. No one's going to do, you have to do it locally. That's where it starts.
Smith.
So if you're impressed, if you're not impressed that I take a shit in my toilet, why would you be impressed that I go to City Hall and take a shit in my toilet?
Hey, what I'd like to, Smith, yes, after this stream or sometime soon, let's go get a lunch. Let's talk about what can be done from here in Spokane.
Margo.
Yeah, and if I come crash Jack's couch during Roofless time, let's get a lunch then too, because I'll probably still be logged out of my checking account.
All right, come and join me. We'll go get a lunch. Hey,
maybe beat you over the head with a Bible.
Here, sincerely, Snafu. Noelle is missing Margo. Feel free to share the link that you're planning if it is scheduled. Feel free to share the link for the interview, or at least the time and date, so Noelle will be able to tune in for Margo.
Did you catch me in that moment of sincere honesty when I was like, I had my finger up to say the thing and then I retract. I was like, you know what? Margo and Cynthia are probably an immaculate view type duo. Like,
Do you
I don't
think?
want to watch it, but I bet you those two cook in their way. In their
they're both
HR
two big
Karen way.
personalities. I'm not trying to put that out in the universe, but I wonder if they won't start locking horns at some point.
They will not get along.
Oh, all bitches do, but I think they'll do their thing.
They will not get along. I don't think Margo and Cynthia will get along.
Oh no, they will, because Cynthia's got that HR level, Margo's got her Karen tendencies, and they're gonna sizzle. They're gonna get out the fryer. They're gonna spice it up.
You know what? I'm choosing to be on Tom's side. I agree. They're gonna sizzle.
And they're also smart, and I think Cynthia said it's not going to be like a live panel thing. They're just going to tape it and post it.
Fallout before the 10th episode.
I mean, it's just another thing I can suggest to Benton to get him to have a bowel movement. Like, have you tried watching Cynthia and Margo's show? Because I'm probably not going to watch it, but you guys will come to me and be like, "Did you see that last Cynthia Margo?" I'll go, "Okay, I'll go check it out." And don't worry, Cynthia, don't worry. I saw you took down the video about warning black people. I say the N-word. I made sure to grab that so I can repost it. I know yet somebody must have deleted it. YouTube or Google must have snatched up. It's okay. I've got your footage of you and Paul battling over the jab, and I've got that video of you warning the melanins about me.
Margo's easygoing until she's not.
I like Margo.
Hi.
To an extent.
Hi guys.
Oh,
How are
she's on
you?
camera this time. That's
Your camera's
new.
too what? You should back the screen up a little bit. And how are we working with today? Jack, did you see
using
Margo's cleavage on my show?
Starfire filter. Is she using a Aphrodite Starfire filter today?
I don't know what she normally looks like, so I don't know.
Today she looks like Aphrodite Starfire.
Margo, you look lovely. Thank you for joining. Noelle, did you see?
Yeah.
Margo is here.
I see.
I know.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm fantastic.
I'm good. I was just waiting for my parents to. They're late, and I'm gonna see a movie by myself. It's called The Bad Boys.
I bet you movies are great by yourself because
Yeah, boys.
you come off like an African American in a theater, I bet. Like you just turn full melanin as soon as you sit down in an AMC theater. Like, oh God, never gonna catch a line in this movie if we're sitting around this chick.
You know, I'm hoping that Cynthia and I we do get into it because we're going to be honest and talk about some cool things, and it'll give us more perspective.
Now, I stopped Smith on a thing he said. I really doubt you and Cynthia are just gonna stay being honest, but you will probably get at each other's throats.
Why would you be honest? What's
Well,
I bet they'll be honest.
You're one parts HR female, one parts Karen. That's not a recipe for truth out the ass the whole show.
Can you give
You're
me
both females.
Karen?
You're not a Karen. You have Karen tendencies. You can lean Karen.
Oh. Okay.
I
I'm not
think that
giving
you
you
should
$5
have a or a disagreement resolution plan in place beforehand, because
that's
I
how
don't really
Jack
see either
comes
of you
in.
backing down if something happens.
Jack can be brought in to resolve the disagreements that will.
You're
eventually
right.
transpire.
Jack will not be on our panel because
Is that Noelle again? See, this is why you can't come on my panel.
Jeez, I use your panel to keep myself from coming whenever that I don't even use baseball anymore.
Here, Margo got interrupted.
Jack cannot be on our panel because we're going to be honest on our panel.
Well, and when that challenge of honesty has you at your female throats, maybe we'll let Jack come in for a pitch hitter, see if he can clear it up.
No, Jack won't be on our show. If I have anything to say over it.
Cynthia, you only come on his every GD day. You're not going to bring
Jack,
him
I'm trying to find out if he's lying about me. Or if my flow is here. But and today I was doing something and I hopped on to see if Flo was here, and I saw Noelle was missing me, and so I wanted to come up and tell her that I love her and I think she's very sweet.
And you can't wait for her to join you on your channel.
What?
And you can't wait for her to join you on your channel and stop joining on mine.
Totally join our channel. I don't know when we're gonna go live. We're gonna tape for a while.
There's your first fight, yeah, because Cynthia's already touring. She's already doing the Panelverse tour, saying you won't be live, and you're probably watching. I didn't say that.
I've got a road trip. I'm gonna go to Kanab, which is my new favorite place because it sounds like a penis. So I'm gonna go to Kanab for a while, hang out there.
Very Aphrodite Starfire.
Then I'm gonna go up to Montana and hang out there for a while. I might go watch my son shoot off a rocket because he's a rocket scientist, and then I'll be in Spokane, Washington for a few weeks. I've got some business up there.
I got a friend that was a rocket scientist right out of fucking high school, man. He was a smart dude. And he's one of those smart dudes that's always wearing a Beatles shirt, and you're like, come on.
Hey, let me jump in here just real quick. Margo, that sounds wonderful. And I just wanted to bring your attention. Snafu, he's not coming back on the panel, but he left his email for you in the private chat. So please see that. Grab it if you want.
Why isn't he coming back on panel? Was he too honest?
He doesn't allow conversations. He doesn't shut up.
Okay.
I've got to catch. If Paul ever swings through here again.
Pope earlier, what do you think the Pope has done that's evil?
Oh, the Pope's evil. Like the Pope just went full apostate when he said, "I'm going to start blessing the homo marriage." We can be friendly. We can love the sinner, hate the homo, but once you start blessing those unions, that's not church. Like, we don't have to go protest their funerals. Like, what's that family's name? The church family.
The Southern Baptist.
Yeah, the famous ones.
That goofy
well, it's not that they're Southern Baptists. It's that they're fucking insane.
Yeah,
the ones that protest dead gay guys' funerals and say God hates you and stuff. Yeah, you don't have to be that, but you don't have to bless homo marriages either. Especially not as the Pope sitting in front of his demonic demon cloud rising from the abyss background. I'm sorry, EBT. You guys are pagans. You're going to be the falsification of the new. What did somebody call it? Muslianity or Cruslam. Somebody combined Muslim and Christianity for the
Abrahamism.
New yeah. Like Abrahamity. We'll play with it.
But do you really think the Pope is an evil man?
He might not be aware that he's doing it wrong, but if he's the Pope, wouldn't you have to be aware? Like, if you're acknowledging you're going to bless.
Can you?
That's you.
Margo,
that's you, Noelle.
What, Noelle?
Put it in the chat, your YouTube channel.
Look, this is Noelle's background noise in the chat. There we go.
I don't even have it yet. I'll give you my phone number.
Oh, I want it. What is it? What is it?
Oh, lesbian.
What is it?
Thirsty?
Wasting no time.
What is it?
Well,
what's your phone number?
Okay, it's area code 509.
What is it? 509.
And then 800.
800.
What
is it?
There's Margo as your attorney.
What is it? What is it?
You guys, how can I get my phone number?
We're trying to help you so that you can't, but go ahead.
7-1.
You sound like Lorraine.
95.
What
Kyle. Kyle. What?
795.
7395.
What is it? 7395. What is it? 7395. 73.
Go away, Noelle. Everybody can't stand you.
I can stand her.
Is that it?
I can too.
Thank God.
Well, she'll probably be back, and we'll.
We can only hope not.
Well, Thank you, Margo. I hope she got the number. Hey, welcome, El Perro. How are you?
For a second, I thought that was Noelle. I was like, fuck.
Oh, it was Noelle. It was Noelle that called me. I called her Noella or Nicole on accident.
I'm well, Jack. Thank you.
Blessings. Thank you. And Noelle is not, she's not unwelcome here. She's a different character, and she's very sweet. Very
Oh,
sweet.
I've been cooking. I've been laying out the gems. I didn't know you muted me. Oh, we've still been cooking on mute.
Sorry, Tom. Yes, I muted you when they were trying
Like,
to get.
she's not unwelcome here. She's just unpaneled. That's all.
Well, everyone gets unpaneled on Jack's channel.
Yeah, and sometimes you can push it very lightly on mine and get booted.
Unpaneled.
Yeah. It's an
Like, I think we've established all you've got to do is show that you're not going to dunk people on their turn to talk and then bring them back up to keep saying your thing. As long as you just remove in a competent manner, we don't.
I've been learning where the line is. I mean, you do want to be respectful for others and allow them to be themselves, but the other side of that is some people have absolutely no respect for time, for the time they're sharing.
Yeah. I can't even fathom how many hours I've spent in your backstage.
You boot me immediately.
We couldn't hear you, Margo. Let me turn you up a little.
You disagree.
Were you saying boo or boo earn?
You boot me immediately. That's why I won't come on here and say anything authentically, because you boot me and then you talk about me. It's incredibly disrespectful.
Oh, in the panelverse, we call that the old block and talk.
Yeah, that's kind of the way things work.
Yeah, that's easy to counter. So what you do to counter that is you restream them talking about you on your stream, then
yeah.
And since they're accessible, they're gonna watch you anyways.
No, correct, Hank. You witnessed me the other night as soon as I caught the daddy treatment from Toilet Bowl Earth. You saw me go right over and fire one up and restream him and say my piece. And that's what we create. The more you backstage these fools and dunk them, they're just going to pick up a smartphone and go live and look what you did.
Okay,
look
Jack,
what
I
you've
have a
done.
question for you. Do you think that the Dalai Lama and the Pope are going to want to visit with you after you've said that they're confused and they're evil?
Well, they need a pivot, man.
Why would Jack want to visit the Dalai Lama? He has some kid to suck his tongue.
That's what you answered your own question.
Well, there was a comment earlier referencing Pope and Dalai Lama, and I agreed. They're both confused. And
right, because they're trying to coexist where they cannot coexist. And you probably still got that bumper sticker on your car, don't you, Jack?
Think that
I bet Jack has had a coexist bumper
Any
sticker
money.
sometime.
I'll bet the keys to my channel, he's got that coexist bumper sticker to this day.
Here, Jack, have you had a coexist?
No. Hey,
no, he does. He's got the T-shirt too.
Please hold on just a moment. Margo's audio is coming through real soft, and when someone else speaks, she gets completely drowned out. I couldn't hear.
That's called you're doing it right.
That's called Tommy. That's called Tommy doing it on purpose.
Oh, are you mad? Are you mad?
No, I'm just pointing out the truth.
Well,
right, like all the truth I've pointed out that's wrecked you so many times, and here you are. Oh, gotcha, beat you to it. Here you are.
Yep, that's why I'm wrecked. I'm still here. I'm wrecked so bad.
Yeah, do you get it yet?
Do you need some aloe vera for that burn wizard?
He doesn't get it.
Margo, I'm sorry. You're getting completely.
A lot of aloe vera.
Margo, come to FIFO later if I fire it up, and if I don't fire one up later, Friday night FIFO is still on. And Jack, when you want to boot the riffraff, you can close it with, "Hey, take that bullshit to FIFO."
Yeah, why don't you just drop the rest of us backstage for a second?
Actually, I agree with that.
Actually, not a bad idea. Thank you, Flo. You feel like talking, Margo? I didn't catch what you were saying.
I said that when I do ask you an actual question that you don't want to answer, you'll accuse me of interrogating you, and you will not be part of an interrogation.
I won't
which
disagree.
I
So,
find ironic because, well, you won't meet with world leaders, but if you were ever to meet with a leader that had serious questions about your goals, they're going to interrogate you.
you might believe that and you might think that, but here, Margo, most importantly, what
Either take your goal of world peace and just say okay. They're not going to
no,
ask you any questions.
Margo, please, I'm not arguing, and I wanted to come back to what your first concern was. I understand how you've perceived things in the past.
I'm not concerned.
I didn't well, you brought it up, so it's obviously in you, and so let me address. I acknowledged, yes, I don't invalidate your views. Okay? So let's wonder, what can we do now?
Jack, I think you are a liar. I think you do not take any accountability for the things that you've done in the past. I think it's on you that your wife left you. She didn't leave you for another man. She left you. I think it's on you that your son doesn't want to be in your life. I know it's on you that the Postal Service fired you. Jack, they had to. You could not get a psychological evaluation that said that you were able to come back to work and not be argumentative. But you lie and say that the Postal Service unlawfully fired you. They didn't unlawfully fire you. They gave you every opportunity to show that you were going to come to work and do your job and go home.
So back to the question, Margo, what can we do now?
Nothing, because I think you're a liar and a con.
Okay, so stay with that. I'm curious, is anyone else willing to help here or available? Well, Flo has enabled that idea, so I'm going to put you back in the back, Flo.
No, we're not
Hank?
enabling an idea.
Yes.
You're showing.
Hank, Margo, please. We have the opportunity here and now.
Jack, you are a liar and you are a con. And I've come on your panel before and asked for respect, and you couldn't even call me by name. It was lady, because I also think that you're discriminating against women on your panel as well.
Yeah, we have recordings of him calling you by your name, hours of it. So what are you complaining about?
I think Hank is a wonderful, wonderful, honest man. And I'm actually glad he's a friend to you, because everyone deserves a friend. But I'm not going to sit here and debate with Hank. Jack, do you realize that you couldn't do it on your own?
Because you're going to win.
And I'm here to help you.
Margo, may I speak? You've presented your case, and you've offered your approval of Hank, who God has brought here to be with us, sharing this.
Why do you need Hank up here to defend you?
Well, it's not to defend me. It's to be a witness. I'm explaining it. If you just chill, take a breath, I'll answer.
You don't need a witness. We're online.
Margo, can you please cooperate and just allow me to speak? Okay, what I want Hank to be.
I'm correcting you.
I'm one of Jack Talcott's moderations. I'm part of the moderation team. So
I don't need a moderator. I know exactly how I feel.
But Jack needs one. Jack needs one to keep him under control. I'm keeping Jack under control, Margo.
Yep.
Jack can't do this. No, I will not talk to you, Jack, unless it's just you and me. Hank, I love you. I love your smile. I will see you later. Jack, if you want to talk to me, it's you and me. Bring it.
Okay. Well, Margo, I'm not.
Yes.
Can you take a breath and chill for a moment? Is that
I'll do whatever I want, Jack. If you have something to say to me, say it.
Margo, your hostility is preventing us from having a conversation. Can you teach?
That's your opinion.
Well, my opinion is based upon the facts. Do you disagree with the facts that you're being interruptive and hostile?
Facts, that's your opinion.
Okay, how do you describe your ability to communicate? Is it peacefully or argumentative?
I didn't come here to describe how I communicate, Jack.
I know, Margo, but I'm asking you to please look at your own behavior in this present moment. Evaluate
Jack,
yourself.
I'm not here to be coached. You'd be the last person on earth I would come to for a coach.
Margo, I realize that you're not being coached right here. I'm asking you as a human being, can you please look at your behavior?
I will behave any way I want, Jack. I'm an adult.
Well, that's your problem, Margo. And since you said you're not willing to talk, you can leave.
Well, that was
I got a
masculinity
problem.
at the top. That was
I got a problem with that.
masculinity at the top.
I'll give you one more.
Yes,
I've
hello.
got a problem with this. And Margo will vouch for me, and you'll remember, Jack. I know you got Jack memory, but I think even you remember I had dibs on these resolutions. I had the who's a popular '90s gay talk show that I can cite.
You're absolutely right, and I forgot that when I saw you in the back. You are right that I did say that you would be a great intermediator.
Well, maybe not great, but I had the dibs on it. Who's the guy that got his nose broke and gave away the military position?
Was it Jerry Springer or Maury? One of them.
No, neither of them. It was like a zesty name, kind of.
Then I don't care.
He has kind of like a salt and pepper mullet still and a big mustache. Chat, can you help me out?
Stossel?
No, it was like '90s early talk show before he was giving away the military's positions in Iraq. Just drawing it in the sand.
Are you talking about
we
Jay
came
Leno?
up over a mountain here.
I don't know. We're not going to get it.
Geraldo, thank you, Sterling, for once. Everybody write that down. Thank you, Sterling Ray. One time. Thank you. It was Geraldo. I'll be the Geraldo of this Jack and Margo issue. And today, I think I'm just going to push it again. Margo is being Starfire AF.
Did you agree with that comment you just pulled up, Jack? I saw your eyes kind of light up at the thought. Or maybe I imagined that. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I could assume, I could imagine that myself.
You could assume the position. That's an interesting choice of words there.
No, I could assume Margo having a skill and a quality as a dominatrix. She's
and I can
right.
picture Lindsay doing.
I am so
Lindsay
happy
would
I can
do
read
it,
your
and then
microexpressions right now.
Hey, Flo,
I can't hire a dominatrix. I'm just far too dominant.
Flo, I dropped a link in the private chat for you. You might be able to use that.
Appreciate
God, I doubt it. I mean, maybe if you were aware of how wrecked you've been, you'd know better than to just go spreading your wrecked ass links. No, but Flo,
Yeah,
can you
I'm
picture?
wrecked, all right.
Can you
Yeah, I'm
picture?
wrecked.
Can you picture Lindsay doing a whole dominatrix session and then closing with that apology of possibly ruining the panel in the night and sorry for spinning you on the wheel till you threw up and that's a good bit.
What kind of dominatrix porn are you watching? What's this wheel?
Well, that's from the Green Jelly song where he says, "Yes."
Sounds like he's got experience, doesn't it, Flo?
Yeah, this is a deeper level
it's
of
see, this is how you
weirdness
get
than I've ever
wrecked, old
even
man.
been to on the internet. I've never even seen that shit.
Well, it's a song I play on my show, but I'm referring to recently when Lindsay was exiting her panel, apologizing for ruining possibly the night and the panel and your entire channel. Are bonita fish big?
You know what? Float State, I refuse to apologize. Tommy, I refuse to apologize.
Well, yeah, you're autistic.
Actually, we all apologize to you,
I
Hank.
refuse to apologize, and Jack
Hank,
Talcott,
please
I also
accept
refuse
our
to
collective
apologize.
apology for whatever it is that has offended you.
But that's another question I had for you, Hank. When you see how you feel about Brandon and you kind of want to just dust him off and be done with it, that's us. You get it now? Sometimes, Hank. We love you, Hank, but sometimes
I
you're the
haven't
lunatic.
kicked him a single time yet, so I don't.
Right, but
I
you
don't
refer to him
comprehend.
as like a minor level spur. You're like, yeah, I'm autistic. He's little league. He's minor league autistic. I don't even want him on my channel anymore. You said something like that, and it's okay. That's okay. Now you know how we feel.
You. Here's the thing. You don't
Well, you didn't
listen
say
to
you were
me.
chatting it.
You
were
put words
chatting
in my
it.
mouth. This is what you do. Which is why you dump
That's
people all the
me.
time.
Okay,
Yeah,
do
that's
you want to come back and review all the times you've been swatted down bringing me something on my channel? because of the
it's a
things
waste
you
of my
believe.
time because it doesn't matter. You say you probably say 1 times 1 equals 2, and say you were right because you said so or God said so. It doesn't make a difference.
Right, that's you putting words in my mouth.
Hey,
Uh-oh.
let me jump in here for this because of the additional
Fair trade.
confusion Margo
trade.
wants. Here, let me deal with Tommy, please.
Well,
This,
I wouldn't suggest sharing a daisy chat.
Tommy, please. Okay. My job was fighting for workers. I was constantly bringing up problems and solutions in the workplace. What happened though was I flew to DC. I was trying for a promotion within the organization, believing that at the headquarters level I could actually bring mindfulness and self-awareness into part of the training practices of the employees so that they didn't fight so much. The attorneys thought their job, the attorneys at the Postal Service and the ethics department, they felt their job was to protect the image of the agency against all threats, real or imagined. And they imagined Jack Talcott to be a threat for the image of the United States Postal Service. And they called me a corrupted man. I still maintain my innocence. So Margo's sitting here in the chat offering all sorts of false narratives. Margo does not know Jack Talcott as well as she claims. So snafu. Enjoy your interview, dude.
Exactly,
I look
Jack.
forward.
Exactly. Because this is what I'm trying to tell people all along. This metaverse, like I've said before, is just the tip of the iceberg. In that tip of the iceberg, it's only 10% of what anybody could get to know about you. In that 10% of the iceberg, they only get to know 10% through here. And that knowing of 10% is only 1 or 10% comprehension. So there's no way Margo or anybody else can be an expert on Jack. You may have your opinions, but you are not an expert.
Jack, the whole thing you just laid out about the bureaucratic nonsense of your trek to DC, that's us saying fuck the UN, man. It's just a higher level of what you're talking about with the DC thing. You solved it yourself. Boom. Fuck the UN. Just do your thing. Make your change where you make the change. Fuck those child touching promotion multi-continent PDFs.
Tommy, how about this? Last time I went on my own. I didn't communicate with my fellow union brothers and sisters. I didn't communicate with them all the details, so they didn't really understand. And
the oxymoron was brothers and sisters in the union.
Well, but here's the thing. If and when I'm not alone, I believe that I have a direct path and many paths, many ways to reach the destination. And I want to get on mainstream media and speak with the US citizen, the governments, right? It's time for the world to change. It's coming soon. We're a part of it.
Well, you're in it. I don't know. Maybe you are of it. You seem awfully fond of the UN and the unions. Maybe you are of this world. I'm just in this world.
I care about the people of the world.
Oh, God. I like the animals better than people.
I do too. But people are animals. And I've learned to trust in God and God's creation.
Watch it.
And there's a lot of confused people making decisions and enforcing rules.
Why did I ever give up the Vinnie Mac? I need to go back to being the Vinnie Mac of this.
Here, let me, come on now. Margo, Jack raged over and over in front of his neighbors. That is why they do not care for him. Margo, you're exaggerating again. And Margo, please ask yourself, what part might you have played? Do you think, you've claimed you've talked to my neighbors. Do you think you helped them care for me or help them be afraid of me, Margo. You don't even know what you're doing, lady. You're in such denial.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Praise God, man. The problem of our world is people have free will and they choose to deny the truth rather than celebrate the
Hank,
truth.
you gonna let him get away with that, Hank? Hank doesn't believe you have free will, Jack. I've had to wreck him on that a number of times.
You
even with
know,
biblical
you
proof.
think slaves have free will, Tommy. You think slaves have free will.
I've
You told
even
me
used
that
you
on
to
my
prove your
panel.
free will.
The
Oh,
way
I
you
wasn't
use
going to
free
stay on
will
your panel.
it's a term it's useless to me because
Hank, it's
you could
always
be
a
a
pleasure.
freaking total zombie and have free will
Hank,
the way you use it. It's a useless
Hank,
term.
Hank, it's always a pleasure to interact with you, even on your panel. I'm not coming up when that freak is up there. I'll even show with denizens. The freak is overweight Panama Jack.
Okay. You won't
Here.
show up in Cynthia said you won't show up when the freaks are. That's fine.
But I think what I need to do with Margo and Jack, because you guys know, I agree with a lot of Margo's line of reasoning, not just with Jack, just when she goes on a line of questioning. I feel that style. I think I need to help her gear down while also getting Jack to not spurg out over a line of questioning. I think we can get somewhere with it. We'll get there.
Well, here, I'd like to address again, Margo, thank you for continuing to create evidence of you. Thank you for admitting you told my neighbors that I was a man to be avoided. Thank you, Margo.
Yeah,
I
and thanks.
appreciate that confession.
Yeah, and
Thanks,
thanks,
Margo.
and thanks
Are
for
you
making
the rest of us too?
And thanks for making comments like Jack is a liar after you just exposed yourself. And it's pure plain truth that you don't know Jack, and yet you sit there and say stupid shit like he's never traveled the world. He's not lived in Canada and the U.S. and many different places.
But
Yet
Wizard,
you pose that, and that is a lie. Yet you're the one sitting here telling Jack he's a liar about his own life.
Wizard,
That
this is what I don't.
stupidity.
Wizard, I want to ask Wizard a question. This is what I don't get about.
To what he said.
You can ask
I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying, and it'll show. It will show in the question that I know what he's saying. The reason I cut half of you all off is because you've looped the things. I don't know why the chat. Hold on. Let me ask you. Let me ask you a fucking question, old man.
Let me finish your statement.
No.
I mean, you're going around looking for panel time, and you don't want to question.
Overtalk you. How's that work, huh?
Please.
Oh, you think we're playing over talking, or do you want to pose for a question?
So you want to sit there and say somebody's looping, and then won't even let him speak. See, that's
oh, you won't let a guy speak.
Please.
You want to play the Starfire tag team? We've got a lot of Aphrodite reference.
Tommy, pause.
So both with the chat and with panelists, that also Wizard is doing the thing right now. If you remove Margo from this situation, you all just go at Jack like a Margo. So why do you back him up over Margo?
Tommy, because the truth matters, and the truth is in front of us. Margo,
well, Margo was chiseling at it. She was working on it.
You chill, please. Chris, don't
chiseling at it out while she was lying.
Thank you.
Well, you're a liar too. Everybody on these panels lie.
Please stop. Chris, do not believe everything you hear. Margo didn't hang out with me much more than maybe a half hour or an hour-long meeting. I don't remember how long we used to meet in the mornings. So Margo is not an expert on Jack, despite what she presents herself. Okay, and also, Margo, your words. Your first words was that Jack hasn't lived all around the world. Well, the U.S. taxpayers paid to fly me and house me in Germany, in Korea. They also transported me to Japan. And so I've been around I've lived all around the northern U.S. and a few different places in Canada. So, Margo, you don't know me. And Wizard, thank you. Thank you for pointing out what she's doing. She's
hate
lying.
Yeah, I hate lying, particularly when it comes from somebody that says that you're lying.
Yeah.
Just like I said yesterday, we're all in this together. We all are not perfect. We've all lied. We've all done these things. So why are we sitting here making accusations? And I reflect back to the question that you had her while she was up on panel by yourself, asked what we can do from here. And instead of answering the question, she started interrogating and lying about you. And that's just fucking stupid.
Thank you.
That's a masculinity.
Did you boot Tommy?
That's a masculinity.
I am leaving in protest of you booting my best friend Tommy.
And that's,
Tommy!
He's right there.
and
Look,
that's
Full
the,
States.
and that's the one that
Pay
leads
attention.
into it where she says,
Well,
Brendan.
I gotta go anyways, but I was trying to make a dramatic exit
know.
and show of support for Tommy.
I did.
I'll
realize
lean into the
that.
little
I
best
saw
friend
it,
game if
though,
it gets me out of the backstage.
and I appreciate it. Thank you for joining, Flo. I appreciate you.
See, that was a good point for the whole panel to leave. As soon as he said, thank you for joining, everybody hits leave. That's the level of trolling I could coordinate if I really put effort in, applied
Well,
myself.
time to start training so you can put some effort in.
Right, all you've seen, all these works, ye panel in despair. It's just been me, just chilling,
Okay,
just hanging out.
well, Tommy, let's accept that we are where we are. We've learned what we've learned, and if we want things to improve, what can we do from here? What do we do now?
In my case, I think I'm just gonna go brave the elements with the homeless people for a while. We're all pushing for content in one way or another.
I could really live without the online. And to be honest, I keep praying for different options.
You really think that? Because to
I
go
do.
on what Wizard was saying, some people portray, like I think with kids, I don't like the idea of Minecraft is the closest they get to outdoors. But as far as this being our human interaction, I prefer it. I'd rather not get your oily essences near my breathing holes and I can come and go as I please. I like interacting with humans in a space age submarine context.
Tom, this is something that I'd encourage you to evaluate for yourself. It's real easy for us to develop these patterns of pushing people away, and then we're on our own. But
Got him. Got him. Did you forget that in the wintry snow, a homeless woman cried out through my window, and I ended the stream and brought her in to stay the night? And I'm waiting on a guy with a decked out bike of post-apocalyptic supplies to come by and catch a shower if he wants. Tell me about it. But Jack, if I come visit, we'll definitely problem child burn down your house, and I'll take you on the road with me. Put the fear of God into you as we thumb a ride with Large Marge.
Okay, God.
I don't get it.
Hey, here. Chuck likes to throw this question towards.
Okay, read it like Chuck. I'll read it like Chuck. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking around the chat. The common denominator is what? I just usually like to keep a common relative around, if you know what I mean.
God is the common denominator. God is the good, and there is good to be found in all things, including evil. There's a good to be found in all things. But
why? Because like even though a kid gets assaulted, he got free finger paints that day. Is that the good out of that?
Hey, sometimes we've got to get creative to find the good, but you can get creative to find the good. God has instilled that gift within us. We get to choose. Do we see good or dark? Are we
I like that, Jack. I like that. Clip that. Is it good or is it dark? You know, like melanin. You get it?
I was referring to darkness, the absence
Me
of
too. Darkness.
absence of goodness. No.
Hanko flame darknesses.
The flesh, the fleshly forms that we're in, the colors, the genders, none of that matters. What matters is the nature.
I don't know if they like being called the colors, though.
All that matters is our true nature. How do we treat one another? How do we treat the animals? How do we treat the defenseless? How do we treat nature? How do we treat life?
I treat nature boy. Woo! Woo!
Nature boy. Dude, see, if you look at humans from like a detached perspective, and I think that's what you're doing, Tommy. I think that's what you're talking about. If you look
I'm
at
just
humans,
keeping it fun.
well, humans are actually crazy. There's some crazy characters.
That's
Just
you.
think about the ones from this lifetime, like Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo!
You know? The Rock, Hulk Hogan. All these
Mhm,
characters are
mhm,
alive or have been alive
mhm,
with us.
mhm. The Rock's subs dropping faster than any of ours.
Yeah, these celebrity groups and the people in Hollywood, I have faith in this lifetime, in the very near future, there will be disclosure and there will be
Well,
confessions
that's
being
happening
made.
right now. Yeah.
It is. It's happening. And I think it's going to continue to grow because there's more and more people who are saying, no, enough. I saw
But
someone.
here's the thing. It is a good thing. We are seeing the exposing of information and a turning into the thing. But this is all also part of how I've been saying, no matter how true and good your stance is, we're all going to get funneled into that indefinite outcome. It's awesome to think about it, man. It reminds me of the earlier days when I was going, do you guys not see all this revelation foundation setting up? And now I even see no matter what path you choose, you're going to get funneled in to the indefinite outcome. And shout to Watt Life hand in that, silhouette envelope into the jacket, if you know what I mean. Because that's the video where the guy talked about the CIA scientists seeing all the timelines and monitoring, and they all always end down to the one
Oh,
timeline, which is the
well,
indefinite outcome.
okay. Yes. And well, I'm sorry. There's no escape from the future, and there is a future that is coming forth.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe, I truly believe that we each have the ability to influence the future.
No.
And when we combine together with a combined purpose for the future, it will
Mm-hmm.
be.
Mm-hmm. How about we each have the ability to choose which side we're on of the future, but we won't change that future. It's already being instated behind closed doors as we speak.
It could be, but
No, it is.
we
It is happening.
each day we do have the opportunity to realize, okay, I'm the character who I am today in this world as it is. How do I want to be, and what do I want to do? What can we do from here and now?
I do what I've always done, yeah. Or what I will change up and do different. But that's all you can do, Jack. Even to not
What if
decide to do anything is a thing.
what here I'd love to recommend one of the things we can do each day is to turn to the highest power that we can imagine, the highest God in
You
our
sound
life,
like your daddy.
and give it thanks. Give it thanks for the experience of another day and the opportunity to live another day. Give it thanks.
Oh, when you really get in tune with that high power, one true God, you'll very much question if you want to thank him for some of those days.
How do you know that?
I chose to be angry at a lot of my past days, and then
That's
I
me.
realized it feels better to let it go, to be at peace and to be filled with joy and faith.
Yeah, but you force it, and that's how we can tell you're faking it.
Tommy, maybe I am forcing it a little bit, but try to
Or you're trying to
understand.
convince yourself that you're feeling peace and bliss.
Okay, partially. I mean, I've been
This is
facing
progress.
publicly, I've been facing a lot of challengers and a lot of challenges in
That's
my.
everyone. That's
Yep,
panel burst.
yep. And please, I've been growing. I know I've been growing.
You're
And it's
turning
brought us
into a big boy. You're our little man.
it's brought us to today. And what the past did for me was really allowed me time and opportunity to learn how to surrender to that which is,
Kamala
so that
Harris.
my mind can become clear in the present. And as my mind becomes clear in the present, my heart grows. And it
I
works
don't
with
even know what
all
that
of us
means.
this way. What's that?
I don't know what that means. I followed the Kamala thing where you're like the second hands of the clock, time allows us events to transpire in space-time where things are happening in order of linear order. I got that part. Heart grows. I haven't seen a heart grow since that guy that needed heart surgery after like the 6, how many energy drinks did he drink?
It's a conceptual idea, Tommy, not a
Oh,
physical.
like a Care Bear stare.
Well, the energy and the energy of care, the energy of wholeness, holiness.
You know how I feel about
love.
energy.
Well, I don't care. Energy is all that there is. And we
No,
get to it.
you very much, there's a lot of low energy, there's a lot of sapping of energy, but energy isn't all there is. Energy is the word that this community uses for all there is. They'll just plug in energy like melanins plug in N-word.
Science shows at the lowest and
You wanna
greatest
talk about it?
level, everything is energy. Energy
Not
and
true.
vibration in motion. That's all the atoms
Oh, you
are.
meant to say frequency. And that's
You know-
still at the deepest point. It's still theorized.
It's
I like the
measurable.
concept. I like the concept of that ancient boulder actually be just high motion frequency that looks like it's still firmness that you will break your hand off of if you punch it. But I will agree that the frequencies you microwave your food with are just a different part of the same spectrum that we can see each other visually, or Wi-Fi will operate. But you're not going to get Wi-Fi from a stone or blood. Well, maybe if you throw it hard enough, but not Wi-Fi.
All right. Hey, energies is another topic, but I'm actually feeling complete. And I think maybe it's time to wrap up.
Are you trying to convince yourself you feel complete?
Are you saying Tommy just completed you?
No, that was the day.
I'm out, Jack. I'm out, Jack. Be blessed.
Thank you, brother.
Was he ever really in? I mean, he's still rocking his daddy's symbology. I don't get it. Well, I get it. If he doesn't understand what wrecked means, he obviously doesn't understand what it is to still sport that flag of his daddy.
Tommy, acceptance allows understanding.
Acceptance is for coexist bullshit.
No,
I cannot. The reason I'm divided, the reason I divide from people is because I understand.
Okay, but here, I get what you're saying. I don't disagree that it can be what you're saying, but
good.
The other side of the opposite. Let me just remind: acceptance. It doesn't mean it's permanent. You accept things for what they are in the moment of what they may.
Oh, right, Jack. Like that, you will not end wars. I can accept that. Yeah, can you?
You want to bet?
I am on. I mean, there's a lot of times I'm on fire, but today I'm scorched fucking earth.
All right, you are what you believe.
No, I am what I am being. It's not me saying it. I'm backing up the people that have been like, man, gold cup emojis, Tom wins today, blah, blah, blah. I don't want it
call
to
an
be
ambulance for you since you're burning out.
No, that's expensive. Even whenever I've been actually injured, I've told people, no, don't call an ambulance. I don't want to pay for it. I'll walk to the hospital.
Okay, if you say so.
Man, they will get you on that ambulance trip. Can you imagine the helicopter? Can you imagine the helicopter ride?
It's ridiculous.
5K.
Tommy, we're wrapping up, please.
Right. And DeFreak's parents should have wrapped up.
So Officer Snaps, if you want to talk to me, you have my email now. I have your email. You have my email. We can resolve this right now. I have StreamYard with high enough privileges so I can stream to multiple platforms. So even if you screw up, it's going to stay on the internet. So you want the resolution, you can get it as soon as you want it. Come and get it.
Respect, Hank. Thank you. Making yourself available for resolve. That's about the only thing we can do. Some of these people, man, some of these people. Other people's children, I tell you. Other people didn't raise their children right, and this is the result. Hank, thank you for joining. I bumped you to the back already. Brothers and sisters, all who joined in for the live stream, regardless of platform, regardless of time, thank you. Thank you for doing so. The topic today, I encourage you as you continue your day and days in the future, allow yourself to wonder, allow yourself to be curious, invest in yourself, sacrifice some time, let old opinions go, and learn something new. This world is a gift. God is true. If you don't know love, when you're alone, you've lost your way. You've found yourself in denial. If you cannot accept the present moment for who you are and what you are and where you are, you're in denial. If you don't want to accept who you are, where you are, what you are, and what you've learned, get over it. Too bad. You're punishing yourself by not allowing yourself to heal. When you carry track records and reputations and all of this nonsense, the judgment and the divisions and the disagreements and the negativity, it corrupts us. And this world it profits from your corruption. If you want to change the world, change your world. I'm inviting you to join me. We experience the same world, but your world is different than mine. You've got different people around you, different challenges, but we're in this all together. So if you can grow in you, asking yourself, what does love want me to do today? I asked God earlier today, what do you want me to do? The answer was be you. Now, the you that I've come to learn, the you, the me, the I am who I am, I love me. I know what I've done, good and bad. I know how I feel. I know what I think. I know what I do each day because I practice awareness, growing in my own self-awareness, focusing on developing me into a greater character because I did in 2018. I set the goal and I'm still improving. I want to be more Christ-like. I want to be more kingly, more righteous, more sovereign, less afraid, more faith-filled, more loving, more kind, more generous. I want to be more of all the good things who I am and you are, because the world deserves good things. The people around us deserve the best. Let's work on ourselves wherever you are. Please join me in this present moment, this present day. Give yourself permission, make yourself a commitment. I'm going to do better. Simple as that. And then do it. Become better, become greater than you. Try new. Try to walk away from the things that no longer serve. And you can let go of the past when you accept, you overcome your own denial. When you overcome your own denial, you can accept who you are, where you are right now, all the good, all the mistakes, all the greatness and all the flaws. You can accept you. And as long as you can do that, stay true to what you know to be true, And please allow love to lead you. Don't let fear and anger cloud and control your choices. Allow love to lead you. And as you allow love to lead you, I'm going to allow love to lead me. And hopefully we'll connect again tomorrow. So please do the today's thing, the algorithm things. Please share and reach out to any you think might be helpful. And let's see if we can create a better world starting today. Let's see what we can do from today forward, alone and apart, but with faith in God, love leading our way with fearless determination and joy. Brothers and sisters, thank you again, sincerely. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Find joy